Okay, folks, let's get started. Sorry, we are running a little bit late because the previous meeting ran over. Thank you for joining us. And so this is the parents meeting for U10 and above for fall 2025. I started a WhatsApp group. I would strongly encourage you to be part of this WhatsApp group. If you cannot join the WhatsApp group, I'll send a link later on and let me know if you have any issues. Feel free to invite family, friends, whoever wants to be involved in this season with your child. They can be part of the WhatsApp group. We have made one change. Before I go into that, how many of you are first-time AYSO folks who are registering their kids for the first time? Okay, great. Okay, great. And how many are first-time to Foster City? None. Great. Okay, so folks who have registered previously, we had set up the WhatsApp group such that only board members can post. So it was more of a one-way communication. This time we have changed it such that parents can also post and ask questions, right? So keep it respectful. If you have any suggestions, be polite in terms of those suggestions. And if you have any complaints, the WhatsApp group is not the place for the complaints. If you have complaints, email it directly to me. Okay. So the WhatsApp group is just to share information and not necessarily get into a debate or an argument. Cool. And if I see debates, arguments going on, I'm the administrator of the group. I'll just change it such that only board members can post, right? I really want to make sure that we interact with each other. And that's why I configured it such that parents can also post. Okay. Give me a minute. I need to switch to the right window. Cool. If you are here in this meeting, your child should be in U10, U12, or U14. Okay. And then you are in the right meeting. If your child is not in U10, U12, U14, you are in the wrong meeting. If you want more information about Foster City AYSO, follow our Instagram as well as check our website. We keep both of them updated. The website has all the information about fields, our calendar, map of Sea Cloud Park, and we also post regular updates on Foster City AYSO. So, for example, if air quality is degrading, I will post it on WhatsApp as well as someone. Our marketing and social media coordinator will post it on our Instagram also. So a big thanks to Foster City Parks and Recreation as well as Foster City. We are very lucky to be playing in this city. We are one of those few regions that have turf fields. Other regions don't have turf fields like Belmont or even San Mateo and Hillsborough. And so, for example, during winter, if they want to play, they come and play in Foster City. So we are part of a great city, and this allows us to do a lot of things in a much better way compared to other regions. So big thanks to our Parks and Recreation Department. And a big thanks to our board. And there is a lot of stuff that happens in the background. I'm sure you have got emails from our registrar, Beth. If some of you are coaches, you might have received emails from our coach trainer, Stephen, and some of your children might be referees. You might have got emails from Sam and LD, and Emil, who is our fields guy. He makes sure he works with the city as well as all youth sports organizations within Foster City to fairly allocate the field space to all youth organizations, not just AYSO. So there's a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes to prepare a season like this for your kids. So these are our division managers of younger kids. So if you have any questions, before you reach out to me, if your child is a 10U boy or 10U girls, reach out to Haitham or Catherine. These are the emails. And when you reach out to them, make sure that you tell your name as well as your child's name. Sometimes people reach out to me without this information, and it's very difficult for me to look up you or your child in the system to help you out. So whenever you are reaching out to us, please make sure that you include the relevant information, especially your child's name, which division they are part of, and what's your, okay? These are the email addresses for the older division managers. Okay, so you can reach out to them if your child is in 12 or 14 divisions. Foster City AYSO is 50 plus years old, started in 1975. It's completely volunteer driven. The board members are volunteers, the division managers are volunteers, the coaches are volunteers, the referees are volunteers. None of us get paid. And we do this because we love your children and we love to do this for your children and the community that we live in. This is our vision, to provide a world-class youth soccer program that enriches children's lives. My son started playing when he was 6, when we moved to Foster City in 2014. His friends in the early soccer days, back from 2014 and 2015, he's still friends with them. And he hangs out with them, he keeps in touch with them. And his friends' parents are my friends, and I have met an amazing group of people through AYSO. And when I say world class, it is the largest youth soccer organization in the world. And I'm not just making that up. I asked AI, and AI confirmed that. AI confirmed that AYSO is the largest youth club organization. There are other soccer organizations that are larger, but they're typically adult. And we have close to 500,000, that is 500,000 kids in AYSO. And there are about 100,000 volunteers, and we have close to 500 regions across the United States. What's our mission? We want to develop and deliver youth soccer programs in a fun family environment based on AYSO philosophies. Some of it might sound abstract, and I always like to take the example of my son. So when he started way back in 2014 in 6U, he would just look at the birds or look at the butterflies when the coach was trying to get him to play soccer. By the time he left, he stopped playing soccer when he was 14. He was part of the 14 U10. They won the Herschel Cup, which is a tournament, which is the end of the year tournament. And not only that, they went to the area tournament and won the area tournament too. And he was really enjoying playing soccer, right? And we love seeing him grow up like this, right? So the whole idea is to provide a fun family environment to develop youth soccer, right? Based on AYSO philosophies. And I'll go over the philosophies in the next slide. Some of you who have been with AYSO from previous seasons know all this, but there are a few new parents, so I just want to make sure that everybody is aware of the philosophies. Open registration. There are no tryouts. If your child wants to play soccer, no trial experience is required. All they need to do is go to fcayso.org and register. Everybody plays. And what I mean by that is, it's not just the strong players who are playing and the weak players are on the bench, right? Every player is required to play 3/4 of the game, 3/4 of the game. Every kid is required to play. Anyone who wants to play the entire game, the coach has to make sure that all other players have played 3/4 of the game before a player can play more than 3/4. Balanced teams. We look at the kids from the past seasons, and we look at the ratings and make sure that they are evenly spread out across all teams. And that's what we mean by balanced teams. Positive coaching. All our coaches go through a rigorous training program set up by AYSO. And Stephen is our, I want to say hi, Stephen, is our coach admin, and he's the one who makes sure that the coaches are trained in the positive coaching way. And what I mean by that, it's not just about winning and losing. You want to make sure that the children are having fun. They show good sportsmanship. Both positive coaching and good sportsmanship go hand in hand. And of course, player development. Again, using my son as an example, he developed from a very distracted player to a very good player by the time he was a teenager. But not just that, even during the season, you are not just focusing on the good players, you are also focusing on the players who are not so great. And I referee a lot of games, and I've seen throughout the season a really good coach, how they can get the best out of everyone, not just the best players. So these are our philosophies. Any questions? Feel free to interrupt me. We have 2 primary seasons, spring and fall, and This is our fall season. Previously, our fall season was the competitive season, as in there were teams, and there is an end of the season tournament. Last spring, we decided to experiment with spring also with the same philosophy. We had teams, and there was an end of the season spring tournament, which worked out great. And we will have weekday practices and clinics, and we have Saturday games. We will have 2 weekday sessions for all divisions, U10, U12, and U14. The weekday practice sessions start today, Monday, August 25th, and go all the way to Friday, November 7th. There is a Saturday session, which is games. They will start on Saturday, September 6th, which is opening day, and end on November 8th, which is everyone. It will end on November 8th, and then the Herschel Cup, which is the end of the year tournament, will be the last 2 weekends, November 8th, 9th, 15th, and 16th. Here you have to keep in mind, during the regular season, you have to make sure that your child is available on Saturdays. During Herschel Cup, you want to make sure that your child and yourself are available on Saturdays and Sundays also. Okay? With regards to the weekday sessions, your coaches will be reaching out to you, and I'll go over that in a little bit of time, in a few slides. Any questions on this so far? Okay. By the way, all these slides will be sent over to you, and I'm recording this meeting, and all this will be available on our YouTube channel. Okay. Weekday and Saturday sessions will be in Sea Cloud Park. You all should know where Sea Cloud Park is. Otherwise, you can easily find it on Google Maps. This is the map of Sea Cloud. So for U10, U12, and U14, you just need to be worried about S2, S3, and S4. U10 games will be on S3, U12 games will be on S2, and U14 games will be on S4. I think, so U10 games, you will see that there will be S3 East or S3 West. So this is just to give you an orientation where East and West are. U12 games will occupy the whole S2, and U14 games will occupy the whole S4. The S4 A, B, C, D are for younger kids. The older kids, U14 kids don't need to worry about that. The map of this is available on our website. So if you go to fcayso.org and click on map of Sea Cloud, you should be able to see it. Any questions so far? So a couple of things I want to emphasize. So this is S3. So for U10 games, there is a coaches area, and this is where the coaches will be there with the players. And so, for example, if a player is not playing, they will be sitting in this area, coaches technical area. And during water breaks or halftime, this is where the kids will be coming to regroup with the rest of the kids and the coaches. And then there is a parent spectator area. So parents are not supposed to be on the coaches area, because this is where the coaches, it just causes confusion if because during the game, the coaches are trying to coach, and you don't want parents to be in the middle of all that. As a referee, when I want the attention of a coach, I want to know who is the coach. I don't want to look at 4 people standing over there, right? I just want to look at the coach and the assistant coach. So parents are supposed to be on the designated areas, and coaches are supposed to be on their designated areas. Any questions? Okay. During the Saturday sessions, there will be board members who will be walking around, or referees who will be walking around who are not refereeing the game. And if they see that there are people in the technical area who are not coaches, they will be asking them to move to the parent spectator area. So please listen to them. This is for S2. So this is U12. The coaches technical area is between S2 and S1. And you see that coaches technical area sign. For U12, the parents spectator area is on the top of this map. So it's on the other side of S2. Okay. Cool. For 10U division. So like I said, there is a spectator side, and then there's a player side of the field. It's short-sided play, which means 7v7, and the teams will be formed with a maximum of 9 kids or maybe 10 kids per team. there will be that is 25. Yes, the whole game is 50 minutes. So there will be 12 and a half minute quarters. Okay. And there will be a half time of about 5 to 10 minutes and minimum of 2 quarters playing time per game. Substitutions will be happening between the quarters and the halftime. I'm just explaining this, how this is, this whole U10 game format is. A lot of these things, the coaches need to be aware, but I also want to make sure that the parents are aware. No heading, no punting, and there is an offside rule, and there is also something called a build-out line, which I'll go over in the next slide. But these are mostly, the details are important to the coaches, the parents. I'm just providing you all this information for visibility. Any questions? Okay. So U10 is special because we want to encourage more touching of the ball and more even play. And so there is something called a build-out line. How does the build-out line come into play? So let's say it's a goal kick for the team that is on the right side, right? So they are going to kick the ball. The team that is on the left side, they have to be on the left of the build-out line, right? And the reason is that if they are not, and these are small kids, they can't kick that far, then they can easily come inside. Basically, they can all be aggressive, and the ball will be either concentrated on this side or that side. There won't be that much movement of the ball. And so AYSO came up with this concept of a build-out line. And so this is usually important for the coaches and the referees, because this is how the offside will be decided. And for 12U and older kids, the offside is decided by the center line, but here in this case, it's decided by the build-out. Okay. Any questions?
So it's not normal offside. So the team that's going this way, no one can go past that line.
Past the build-out line, right? It's not past the center line. Okay, normal offside for older kids is the center line. For 10U, it's the build-out line. And during goal kicks, they have to be on the other side of the build-out line.
Closest to the goal.
Yes. Yeah. Cool. Are you a coach or a parent?
I used to be a coach. I tried to be a coach this year, but no one got back.
Oh, really? Which
It wasn't you. It wasn't you.
Which division?
U10.
Okay.
I'm new to town.
Yeah.
I used to.
Okay. Yeah, let's talk after the meeting. We need coaches. Cool. Game format for 12U. It's pretty straightforward. Like I said, there will be a coach's side and a player side, and there will be a spectator side. Short-sided play, again, 9v9. Okay, 12 max on a team. 4 15-minute periods. Half-time of 5 to 10 minutes. And the substitutions will be between the quarters and half-time. No heading still, because the children are still young, and we don't want them to have concussions. Punting is allowed. Normal offside is there, and there is no build-out line. The only difference, apart from the build-out line, the only other difference is that here there will be area play. What that means is 12U girls or 12U boys of Foster City will go to other regions and play, let's say, Belmont, San Mateo, Hillsborough, or those regions might come and play Foster City 12U girls and 12U boys. So you'll be playing other regions because we just don't have enough 12U girls or 12U boys within Foster City to be playing each other. Okay. Any questions? I just want to clarify one thing, LD. So area rules say that minimum of 2 quarters, right? Or is it 3 quarters? I think Foster City says 3 quarters, but 12U is area, right?
Correct. Minimum of time.
Yes. Okay. So just a clarification in case you are wondering, right? So 10U, there is no area play, as in like we don't play other regions. So Foster City has its own rules, as in like every kid has to have played 3 quarters before a kid can play 4 quarters. This is what we mean by everyone plays. Area basically says, which is area is comprised of a lot of regions like San Mateo, Belmont, or hit for early game and so on. Area rules say that minimum of 2 quarters. And the reason why we have to follow area rules and we cannot impose Foster City rules is because we play other regions. So there has to be a uniform set of rules. Area rules say that every kid has to play 2 quarters before the kid plays 4 quarters. Okay. (14U), pretty much the same format. The only big change is heading is allowed in 14U. There is no short-sighted play. Now we play 11v11, 15 max on a team, and maybe slightly higher. I think this year is 18. 2 35-minute halves, half time of 5 to 10 minutes. There is a concept of free substitutions, which means you can substitute whenever you want. You don't have to wait for the half time or the quarter. And there is usually a parent or someone keeping track of all the substitutions. Any questions? Okay. So there will be weekday sessions and Saturday sessions. Saturday sessions, the games are probably decided already because of the area schedule. With regards to weekday sessions, the timings and field assignments will be communicated to you by the coaches, and if they are not communicated, they will. Okay. We have, if you have any questions, we have the 14U and the 12U division manager, Justin. Justin, you want to say hi to everyone? He's the 12U and 14U boys division manager, and we have David, who is the 12U girls division manager, and we also have the 12U girls coach, Anand. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to any of these folks. Cool. We will be providing jerseys, shorts, and socks. Parents will need to buy soccer cleats and shin guards. Shin guards need to be worn under socks. I say sneakers over here, but 10U and above, I would highly recommend that kids wear cleats, and because they should just get used to it. And most of the kids will be wearing cleats, so you don't want your child to be the only one who's wearing sneakers. So I highly recommend that you wear cleats, and shin guards are a must. It's mandatory, okay? And they have to be worn under socks. Make sure that your child brings a labeled water bottle. The colored drinks or food is a requirement by Foster City Parks and Recreation. So that rule is no colored drinks or food are allowed on the turf fields. No jewelry allowed. I know, like both boys and girls, just because school is starting, they might have their ears pierced and have earrings. We cannot have any exceptions, right? No watches, no earrings, no necklaces, nothing can be worn other than the uniform. The only exception is if you have a medical ID or glasses, right? And yeah, we make no exceptions. We have had kids cry because they don't want to take their earrings off and things like that. But like I said, this is enforced by the referees, right? Before every game, there's a check-in. We do a uniform check-in. We make sure that the kids are wearing cleats, they are wearing shin guards, and we check their wrists for any jewelry. We check their ears, we check their necks, and make sure that they are not wearing anything. No watches, nothing. Any questions on this? I think you all know this, the difference between a baseball cleat and a soccer cleat. Baseball cleats have a toe cleat. If your child is wearing a baseball cleat, he or she will not be allowed to play. Okay. Most of you are returning parents and you know about this, but I want to reiterate and reinforce this. You should be very thankful that there is a coach who has volunteered his or her time to coach your kids. So as parents, you should be helping out the coach, right? If the coach does not have an assistant coach, sign up to be an assistant coach. Be a gender parent or a snack parent or a photo parent. Let me explain to you what a gender parent is. So for example, Anand is coaching the 12U girls team. And since he's a male, there always has to be a female present whenever he is coaching the kids during weekday practice sessions as well as the games. The gender parent just needs to be there. Or for example, if one of the girls wants to go to the restroom, the gender parent can accompany the girl to the restroom. And so volunteer to be a gender parent for honesty if you haven't already. Be a snack parent. After every Saturday game, the kids are looking forward to snacks, and parents take turns as to who will be the snack parent for that Saturday. So help the coach by signing up, saying that I will coordinate between all the parents every Saturday to make sure that there is a snack parent. If you have a passion for photography and you have an amazing camera, or if you are just great with your phone, be a photo parent, right? Your coach will require a lot of help. Steve brought a great example. Before a game, the coaches will be warming up with their kids, and they are totally focused on the game that is coming up. The balls might be flying everywhere. Be a ball parent. Make sure that if a ball goes astray, you are the parent who brings the balls back. If this is the first game or the last game, be the parent who helps set up the goals, right? Because the coach, I have worked with a lot of coaches, and Stephen has, they are completely focused on the game. They don't want to be distracted, right? So help out your coaches. Just to give you an anecdote, I was the most popular snack parent when my son was playing soccer because I used to bring the sweetest and the best junk food for the team. So you can be a popular parent too. You all have older kids, and we are looking for referees. LD, you want to talk about why we need referees and why it is great for youth referees?
Yeah, so hi, my name is LD. I help run the referee program here in AYSO City. I started with the program when I was pretty much strong-armed to do U8 or U6 back then, U7 refereeing. I ended up liking it. I've continued doing it. Most of our referees nowadays are actually youth, kids under 18. There's a few parents that do it, few adults, but overall it's mostly kids. The youngest age is 10 years of age. They can do it. My son started doing it when he was 10. Now he's almost 14. And now this season he's going to be refereeing his brother's games. And then also, since he's been doing it for a while now, he has experience. He has, he's learned the leadership, the control of the crowd. Pretty much it helps them get out of the shyness because you have to be out there and giving orders to adults and kids around. So there's all these positive things that he does. And now that he's this age, he can start doing club games, pretty much a competitive soccer side where he gets paid. So he's now like starting to make money because he started doing this volunteering stuff for some schools that have volunteering requirements or where volunteering helps. This is something that adds to that. So if you're typically on a number of the religious schools, or some schools have that as a bonus. Also, the game is very different when you have referees. The association football, soccer, is by guidelines is expected to have referees. When we have them in place, you'll see a whole different dynamic because it's pretty awesome. It improves the ability for kids to just play the game. It makes it faster and more fair and safe.
Great, thank you. Referees, youth referees look forward to refereeing our games. There is donuts every Saturday morning. Last fall, me and my son refereed a bunch of games. It's a father-son bonding moment, or there's a lot of perks for being youth referees, right? So talk to LD or reach out to me if your children are interested in being a youth referee. And if your kid is also a soccer player, once you are a referee, you know what a referee is looking out for, and you can become a better soccer player by trying to manipulate the kid when the referee is not looking. Parent checklist. Make sure every Friday evening you have a clean soccer uniform for the Saturday game. Shin guards are required. Soccer cleats are required. Make sure you bring a water bottle. Make sure you use the restroom before you come there on Saturday. The reason is you don't want your child to be running to the restroom in the middle of a game or in the middle of a practice session. which means an adult, usually a coach or a gender parent, has to take the kid to the restroom, especially on a Saturday if the coach is taking the one of the players to the restroom in the middle of a game, then that coach is not coaching the game, especially if if the coach does not have a gender parent. I want to emphasize this. We have emphasized this every season, and this is very important. Make sure that you are there half an hour before the game. And why half an hour? Because the coach will be there half an hour before the game. They are doing their warm-ups, and you want to make sure that your kid is part of the warm-ups. Your kid should not feel that they are being thrust into the pressure of the game as soon as they land, as soon as they arrive at the field. And so you're doing a favor to your child if you actually bring them early. There are other reasons. 15 minutes before the game, the referees do check-ins, right? So if something is wrong, for example, if your child forgot their shin guards, or the cleats are not okay, or the cleats need to be tied, or the uniform is not okay. So you want to give yourself enough buffer for these kind of unpredictable events. So make sure you are there on time. You are helping out your coach and you are helping out your child. So you don't want your child to go through a stressful experience because they are late, right? So show up early, at least half an hour before the game. Especially for Herschel Cup, which is the end of the year tournament, sometimes the coaches say that come 45 minutes to an hour before the game because they want to warm up. Anyway, just be there early. Why are we doing this? We are doing all of this for the kids, and we want to make sure that the kids are having fun. And as fans, parents are fans, parents, aunts, uncles, siblings, grandparents, they are all fans. Your only job is to cheer and not coach the kids. As a referee, I can hear from one side what the coach is saying, and I can hear from the other side what the parents are saying, and they are not the same thing. And I have seen kids frustrated and saying, "What do you want me to do? The coach is saying something else," right? Parents, don't try to coach your children. Let the coaches do that. If you want a coach, sign up to be a coach. And we want to make sure that, like I said, this is a fun, family-friendly environment. So no swearing, smoking, or alcohol. Board members, referees will be walking in the fields regularly throughout the season. And if they see something that is not normal, we will intervene. And so make sure that a situation does not arise, right? Set a proper example, respect the referees. Like LD said, a lot of our games are going to be refereed by youth referees. We do not want either the coaches or the parents to get into a debate with the youth referees. We have zero tolerance for a debate among youth referees and parents or coaches. We will intervene if a parent is questioning a youth referee's decision or getting into an argument. We have zero tolerance for that. I just want to emphasize that because we have built a very successful youth referee program. This is one of the best youth referee programs. Foster City is the best youth referee program in all of AYSO. Not just in the area, not just in the Bay Area, all of AYSO, because of the number of youth referees we have. And we do not want these referees, youth referees, to be discouraged because of the belligerent parents. So we have zero tolerance of referee abuse, and I'm very serious about that. Okay, I think I've gone over all of this. If you have any questions, feel free to ask right now. Yes, we want to make sure we have UK coaches who will be helping out your coaches. Some of this information is outdated, but at the minimum, we would like you to host these UK coaches if you have a free room to spare. And for every 2 weeks of housing, your child will get 1 week of UK soccer camp. We are no longer giving the vouchers because we are a volunteer-driven organization and we cannot give out these vouchers anymore because it means it involves payments. It implies payments, and so we are no longer giving away these vouchers. But UK soccer can give you a free 1 week of soccer camp for every 2 weeks of housing. I'm not sure. I don't think the 1 month, 6 week, and 2 months are they are no longer applicable. I'll update this slide before I send it out. But for every 2 weeks of stay, your child gets 1 week of free UK soccer camp that will happen during the fall break or winter break or spring break. Okay? Or you can even use it for next summer. So these are our UK coaches. Some of your kids might have already interacted with them during the spring season, and so they are looking for housing. Herschel Cup. Again, I need to update the slide. Oh, sorry, this is not Herschel Cup. This is opening day. Opening day is on 6th of September. This is where all the teams get together and there is a parade. This is the first thing in the morning, regardless of your schedule on Saturday. So opening day is at 8:30, I believe, or 9, and parents and their children should be there at the field by 8 a.m. And the Foster City Council will be there, the mayor will be there, the head of the police will be there, and so it's a big deal. We have usually done this for many, many years, and it's a big fun event. And so I would strongly I'm not encouraging, I would like all of you to be there along with your kids. Right? That's a requirement. So you will see some emails from me about opening day. Okay, so these are the important dates. You can access all these dates from our calendar. And so opening day is on September 6th. Picture day, it's on a Sunday, not on a Saturday. Picture day is on September 21st, and you will see an email or multiple emails from us as it comes to, as we get closer to that date. There will be 2 silent Saturdays. Silent Saturdays are when the coaches and the parents don't say anything, and the kids are supposed to play the whole game by just communicating among themselves. The coaches don't coach, parents don't talk, all they are allowed to do is clap, and the referees enforce this. And so there are 2 silent Saturdays to make sure that kids can make their own decisions. The last regular fall season game will be on November 8th. Herschel Cup will be on 8th, 9th, 15th, 16th. So make sure that you and your kids are available on both those weekends, on Saturdays and Sundays. For 10U and above, if you win the Herschel Cup, you move on to the area tournament, right? And so that's the first weekend of December. If you win the area tournament, you move on to the section tournament, and so on and so forth. So if your kid is part of a team that wins the Herschel Cup, just make sure that you're available for the area tournament. It is a big deal. Go ahead.
Just want to highlight this because there's a few things that are pretty unique that you don't get in other things. This Saturday is the kids are the only ones that talk. And this is one of the things that keeps coming back as the things that even the kids remember over and over. You may find a few of us that day with like suckers, with lollipops, giving it to any parent that is cheer on the side, but hey, be quiet, that's it. And one of the best experiences was the coach was pretty animated and all the kids going back and asking the kids, well, do you like the coach quiet or the coach telling you what to do? And all the kids yelling, the coach quiet. So it's an opportunity for the kids to be themselves and actually run the game. The second piece is just to make sure everyone's clear. Herschel Cup is all the teams play against each other, a tournament to see who wins. And whoever wins that goes to the area. And the area, you can think of it as the county. The county of San Mateo is mostly all the other towns. Whoever wins that then can go to the section. And section is Northern California, plus Oregon, you can think parts of Nevada. So all these people come to Foster City to do like the best teams of those places to Foster City to play to see who wins out of this section. So we have a technical names here, but this is pretty awesome, and everyone comes to Foster City.
Do you know why they come to Foster City?
Sorry?
I'm just asking, do you know why teams from Oregon, Seattle, Nevada, Southern California come to Foster City? Can anyone take a guess? Because we have turf fields, right? You cannot play in Oregon because they don't have turf fields in winter because it's raining, right? So when I say be happy about the city and the fields and the amenities that the city makes it available to us, this is one of the main reasons, right? Even the area tournament, right? Other regions like San Mateo, Hillsborough don't have turf fields. And Foster City has one of the best soccer venues in Sea Cloud Park, right? And so we should all be thankful that we are part of this city and this organization. Anything else, LD? Thank you. So I really want to emphasize this. I mean, there is a chance that your child's team will win the Herschel Cup, right? Don't assume that the season is over. It's very demoralizing for the team when they go to the area tournament and they have only half the team because the parents and the kids are busy doing something else, right? And they have to pretty much forfeit that game, right? So if you are, I want to emphasize this a lot. If you are part of the team that wins the Herschel Cup, try your best to make yourself available for the area and the section tournaments. Okay, Snack Shack is open throughout fall. And so this is a great place for parents as well as kids to get a lot of yummy snacks. They have full sandwiches, hot dogs, Gatorade, and all the junk food that your kids might be interested in. Okay, last thing, air quality. So we live in California and there is always the threat of fires. There's fires going on in different parts of California as we speak. So we will be monitoring air quality using purple air. If the AQI is greater than 150, games will be cancelled, no debate. And if AQI is less than 150, we let the parents and the coach decide. For example, if the coach decides that they are going to have games or practice sessions because the air quality is less than 150, but let's say your child has a respiratory issue, as a parent, you can decide that I don't want my child to go and practice, even if the coach says, I'm going to have a practice session. So like I said, weekday sessions, coaches will decide because coaches are the ones who run the practice sessions during weekdays. Saturday sessions, it's all games. We usually check the air quality in the morning and the AYSO board will decide whether there will be games or not. And we will usually send those updates via email as well as WhatsApp. And as well as through our Instagram. Okay, this is all our contact information. So I would strongly suggest that you reach out to your DMs and your coaches first, if you already have a coach contact. And if you have questions that cannot be answered by your coaches or DMs, feel free to reach out to me. This is the division manager emails once again. For 10UB and 10U girls, and then for 12 and 14, it's pretty straightforward. Okay, and your division managers for 12 and 14 are here. And so if you have any questions, feel free to hang around and ask them. Excuse me. As you can see, there's a lot of work that goes into putting this program together. And it's the same set of folks that are putting the programs together every season. Me, Stephen, LD, David, Justin, we have been around for quite some time. And our kids are getting older and older. And Stephen is a grandparent. And so we would love for some new folks to come and help us out. As new folks come, our workload gets reduced. So you don't have to put in that many hours also. And we have a lot of experience among the board as to how to run this program. And we just need a warm body to help us, right? And so we have a lot of positions open. We meet on the first Wednesday of every month in a room right next to this. And time commitment for a month is usually 4 to 6 months. And yeah, you can be part of a great organization, help the kids, and be part of the community, enrich the community. And so it's been definitely great for me for the last 10 years being part of AYSO. And I strongly encourage any of you who have a little bit of free time to come and help us out. Reach out to me if you are interested. Okay, that's it. Thank you. Any questions? Thank you. Is there a question? No. Okay.
Quick question. Does all teams supposed to have their first practice this week?
Yes. Is your child in 12U girls, 12U boys?
10 new boys.
10U boys. So that's high time. I think we had an issue where a coach canceled at the last minute, right? So do your kids have has a coach reached out to you? Okay, so let's talk after the meeting, right? Why don't I talk with both of you after this meeting? Any other questions?
I think you mentioned there was 2 sessions for the U10 girls. I think it's just 1 practice and then 1 game. Is that what you meant? Or is it 2 practices a week and 1 game?
I think U10 is 2 sessions.
Oh,
One,
Okay.
one, yeah, one U10 is one training.
1
Oh, okay.
U12 and U14.
Okay, so yeah, sorry. U10 girls and boys is 1 weekday practice.
Okay, and are those UK special practices, like, do you have to sign up for them?
No. That was just during the first warm-up week.
Oh,
Right?
okay.
Starting this week, if your kid has is part of a team that has a coach assigned, the practice sessions will be led by the coach.
Okay.
And the coach will communicate with you as to when the practice session, when and where.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, right.
Is it too late to add the channel?
Depending on which division, it depends on which.
She's 9 years old.
9 to 10 you girls. Yeah, we can talk. Yeah.
Yeah, okay,
Okay.
who I can talk to?
Why don't you come and talk to me right now, and then I'll put you in touch with the right folks.
Okay.
Okay, we might have to order some new uniforms and stuff like that, but I think we should.
What Wilson, do you think the time between 12U and you said 10U, right?
Yes,
Like
a
11?
9-year-old girl will be in 10. Right? Yeah, so what's the question?
Is it, there is a time difference, like they have different games?
Yes, all this will be decided by so weekday practice sessions will be decided by the coach, right? So if he's in 12U, it will be decided by the 12U boys coach. And for your daughter, the practice session time and day will be decided by the 10U girls coach. And obviously Saturday games, they could be on different times, right? So 12U, he might be part of an area play where he might have to travel to another region, whereas 10U girls, all the games will be in process.
I had a question not related to the program. Recently, we got email about the earthquake, the game.
Yeah.
And it's how AYSO, so they have the parade. So,
Yeah.
So do we just buy the ticket and then go there together?
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with that. See, do you have any information on the AYSO earthquakes?
Yeah, I'm not really aware. It wasn't something that Foster City AYSO did ourselves, right? It's more
No,
of
this is, I think, yeah, earthquakes basically sends email to all AYSO agents and ask them. I don't know, I think we'll have to.
I think you go purchase the tickets, and then I believe all the AYSO people are like in the same section.
The earthquakes, marketing people do these things where they're like, hey, you guys are from Black Club, right? How about I give you a discount and you all can come on this day? So it's not, they don't even ask as well. They're just kind of trying to promote their thing. So yeah, we don't have the contact details. So, yeah, that's it.
Any other questions?
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everyone. I think, yeah, let's talk. Give me a minute.